All right, like we said in our last video, this video is to be continued. Otherwise, it was going to be an insanely long video. There is still more to see and do here in Zion National Park, but we are also exiting here and heading towards Bryce Canyon.
Yeah, we're going to show you not only Bryce Canyon in our next video, but in this video, our accommodations for this evening and how much we're going to pay for them. Oh. This is a dark tunnel. Jeez.
It's kind of spooky.
Yeah, it is. I thought they were kidding.
It's not as long as I thought it might go on a lot longer. That was cool. Oh, that was just a little Oh, this is that hole we were seeing from the side of the mountain there. So there's no walking, biking through this tunnel. Only driving. And no oversized vehicles as of right now. So
now, if you want to take an oversized vehicle, you have to get a permit. Those cost $15.
Remember when I said I thought it was a lot longer than...
Yeah, it's pretty long.
This is really long. I don't know if I've ever been through a tunnel this long. All right, and there's the end of it.
I see the light at the end of the tunnel.
I see the light at the end. It's a camper, if they're gonna let him through.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. They have it blocked going one direction, so there might be one of those, so he is a bigger vehicle. Maybe they have to make sure he fits through fine, or I don't know what the deal is, because we had cars coming for us, right?
Yeah, but they weren't oversized.
They weren't oversized, yeah. So.
All right, here we are.
Here we are.
On the other side.
Yes, on the other side. So we came in, the south entrance?
Yes.
And so this is directing us now towards the other entrance. So if you didn't catch our last video on Zion, you'll want to tune into that one if you are coming to the park, because that's where we're going to share with you all of the areas that we visited, how to see them, where you want to park, all that like key information you need to know. Today, this video, we are just heading towards the exit on the other side and going to be heading the other direction. So, but yeah, that's your key video for all that key info.
All the nitty gritty, all the bits and pieces.
Checkerboard Mountain, named for its checkerboard appearance caused by the horizontal cross-bedding of ancient sand dunes and vertical cracking due to expansion and contraction of sandstone. So it is
very interesting.
Cool. Yeah.
What I would say is very interesting is if you are not into hiking, or if you don't want to hike, or if you can't hike, paying $35 to drive through this park,
right,
is worth it.
Even the areas, like if you had to take out of the mix the areas that you couldn't go to because of it's the areas that are shuttled, and like I said, a lot of that information's in the past video. If you just could drive through, it's gorgeous.
Yeah,
absolutely still worth the $35, even if you can't get up and do some of those other areas.
Right, go 20 miles an hour, 25 if you really want to kick it in and just enjoy the views.
Incredible
it's beautiful.
Pack
it's
a
very
sandwich.
Nice. Now, we're not even sure how much more of this we have.
Yeah, we're not really
We don't
sure.
have reception. That's another thing.
Yeah.
Is you will not have reception inside the park. So you will not know where you're at.
Yeah. They give you a map, but you know.
Yeah.
So we're just heading towards the exit so we can go on and find out these other cool things to see.
Here is the exit.
Right. So it wasn't far past where we stopped, honestly. Yeah. So I wanted to see what that, if it said which entrance that one was. So yeah. So now we are on the road heading towards Bryce Canyon area, and it's not very far. All these parks are really close together to each other. We were trying to see which entrance that one was called. So we're thinking it's more the east entrances, because that is generally the side you're coming out on. So.
I was guessing the north.
Could be the north entrance.
We'll know before. We'll know before we...
Before we're done shooting this video, we're going to share with you which exit that this one was. You can really come in the two different exit or entrances, I believe. So.
Okay, I have a question for our regular viewers. For those of you that are joining us for the first time, we're going from Blaine, Washington down to Key West, Florida and back. And the question is, do you want to see less of us in the car talking, showing you what we're seeing, or do you want to see more of it?
It's a good question.
We kind of think maybe you get bored of it, but it's a road trip.
It's a road trip, and unfortunately we're not going to stop at just all these. A lot of it they're not worthy of necessarily stopping the car for and like getting out and showing you, but we want to show you and take you along But yeah, we would love to know what you want to see on this road trip.
Yes.
Yeah.
And for those new viewers, thank you for joining us.
Right. And if you didn't watch any of our other ones, we also would love suggestions. We are trying to keep track of all of these recommendations, and they've been flowing in, and we're loving it. But yeah, keep them coming, because I'm noting them on the map. So if we go through those areas, we're going to try and check out as many as we possibly can.
We're screenshotting, we're writing stuff down. Hopefully we can hit as many of them as possible. The ones that get repeated quite a bit, you can rest assured that we will hit those. We got a rock shop.
We got a rock shop. This must be, so we're in Orderville right now. Orderville. And it's funny, so they must be known for the rocks, because there's a rock shop here and one across the way. So we're going to go check this out and see what they have.
I don't think there's a brewery.
No breweries in Orderville.
But again, the brewery thing, it's going to be cool, but I am driving.
Yeah, so we have to like...
Right. So I'm limited to one. But in Utah, it's all less than 5% anyway.
Yeah. So for Brian, that's like drinking water.
Right. So that'll be a good deal. But this place looks kind of interesting.
Let's go check it out.
It's not just petrified wood. It's Utah.
It's Utah petrified wood. So I kind of picked it up thinking it was going to be...
Don't touch, Carrie.
I thought it was going to be light, because it's petrified wood, but it's hard.
Well, it's like a rock now.
Like a rock. So look at this. These are really pretty. This is the one that kind of caught my...
It's very sharp, Carrie, so don't touch.
These are very sharp.
Put your hands in your pocket.
This is my favorite color right here. That is so pretty.
Kind of matches the shirt and hat you got on.
I know. If that's not saying something, that's my color right now.
I also like the dinosaurs they got going on here. See, it's little stops like that that are interesting to me. I'm just gonna stop. I'm gonna get out, and we're looking at cool stuff all along the way.
That's a freedom of a road trip.
Yeah.
Like, we haven't had that freedom for a while, because when you're on a train or something going from one destination to the next, it's like you're just going, and then you get to the next destination. The other beauty is that we are in a car, so not that we would buy anything big, but we don't have to necessarily fit it into our suitcases to get home. So
well, it's not only that, but we don't have a home.
Right, so that's what my point of it can't be big.
It can't,
it still has to be small. But yeah, that is the fun of it. I think it's just that
at.
freedom of just stop wherever. Okay. All right, so gas, $4.39 a gallon. We don't need that much, but being that we're going into Zion tomorrow, or going into Bryce Canyon tomorrow, we figure it's always better to be filled up beforehand.
Honestly, $4.39
compared to
right
what
now?
Yeah. We'll take it. Okay, so we have made it to our cabin for the night. That is where we're staying. We found a little cabin motel.
We'll see.
So we'll see. It's always just interesting when you see pictures online, but I'm sure it's going to be fun and it's going to be cute.
We've been to enough Airbnbs by now to where we know that you might not always get what you're looking for.
No, that's okay. It's in a great location, though. From here, I believe it's, here, it just says 17 miles to the Bryce Canyon entrance. So to us, that was great. And if you got a whole lot closer, you're paying a lot more money. So, all right, so it's these Bryce Canyon Inn right up here.
There we go.
There's the cabins. Right there. Hey, free Wi-Fi. They look cute. We're going to find out. We're going to show you as we see it. So,
yes.
Cabin number 15. So right next to that blue.
Oh, they put us next to those guys?
All right, let's check it out.
All right. I'm kind of nervous, I'll be honest.
Yeah, I'm not nervous. These are cute.
Oh, yeah, this is
cute.
Awesome.
Feels great in here.
Oh, it's got air conditioning.
Yeah. Yeah, cabins. We're not roughing it into cabins here. No, this is actually really cute.
You can smell it. It smells the way it looks.
But it doesn't smell bad.
No, it smells
like
a cabin.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I wanted to verify.
It smells the way it
smells
looks.
Like, yeah. No, this is great. And once again, this is cool. We've got a fridge. We've got a microwave.
Big screen TV.
And it's cold. Yeah, big screen. Yeah.
A hanger. Shotgun on the hanger.
You could probably get that. But we've got a little coffee maker. Really everything that we need. Nice little shower.
Toilet.
Yeah.
Nice.
No complaints. So.
Some artwork.
This place, so this was $71 a night. Really cannot beat that price.
No.
Yeah.
And I get my own bed.
That was a little bit more. You could get it a little bit cheaper on different days, so it might be a little bit cheaper. So, yeah, this is. I'm pleased.
Yeah, I'm much happier than I was 5 minutes ago.
He was a little nervous. I do all the searching and booking, and so it's just really surprise factor for Brian when he enters the places. So, okay, so this is not the end because we want to just get checked in because the next stop that we're making is just past here. So, let's go.
Well, let's tell them where we're going.
So we're going to Red Canyon. Yeah. So Red Canyon is, everybody recommended going there because it is kind of like a mini Bryce Canyon. But one of the bonus things to it is that it's free to get into. So for the people who maybe don't want to pay to go into Bryce Canyon, you can go ahead and go into this one for free. But we're going to show it to you and see if it's worth it.
So this is it's like an appetizer for Bryce Canyon.
This is an appetizer to Bryce Canyon.
Okay. Cool.
Need the key card so we can get back in.
All right. Cool. I'm excited to come back.
All right.
This patio. We got a little porch.
We've got a
bench. I'm gonna have a beer right there.
Okay, so we made our way to Red Canyon.
A whole mile and a half away.
It's 1.7 miles. So when we got back in the car, it was like, well, that wasn't
we're
far.
here.
Yeah, but we're going to show you here as soon as we get around the corner because it is so pretty. And we were talking about how we were kind of curious to compare the places that we have been so far and what we see is different. Because we were kind of wondering, is it going to get old?
More of the same.
More of the same.
Right.
As soon as we came around the corner though,
we knew.
This is different.
Something new.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
So here it goes. Here's these trails right here. So Bird's Eye Trail to the right, Photo Trail straight ahead. We like photo, but check that out.
Look at this. This is crazy.
That's incredible. I say incredible a lot. I don't know what other word to say. Unbelievable.
Were you
amazing.
talking about?
Oh, about you? Oh, yeah. I say that a lot to Brian too. But how gorgeous. So, and the other thing is this is just right off the road. So it's not really like a park entrance we had to come into. You were just entering into the national park area.
They have a nice turn off, so you just turn off.
Yeah.
But it's not like you have to be in danger or anything.
Mm-mm.
But yeah, this is beautiful.
I'll tell you what, if this is what we have to look forward to tomorrow
I know.
in Bryce, because they say this is like a mini Bryce.
This is the appetizer.
This makes us even more excited.
So cool.
I'll get a video here.
If you want to see what's going on in real time, Carrie's Instagram page. Well, I guess it's our Instagram page.
It's our Instagram page.
But
yeah. So we made our way. We probably not much reason more to continue to go up this way. It looks like the trail ends just right up here. But you kind of feel like that beginning area is maybe all you're gonna see, and then you come around the corner like, oh wow, and then you just keep going.
Yeah,
so
it's the gift that keeps on giving.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
We also stopped because I'm starting to get out of breath a little bit.
It is a little bit of a hike up here, so but I am in my Birkenstocks. I'm not in tennis shoes, and it's totally doable, so it's fine.
Yeah, so anyway, we talk all the time about being from the Pacific Northwest and how we're surrounded by beauty, how gorgeous it is, and it is.
Mm-hmm.
It's magnificent. We're not used to this. This is a whole different kind of beauty.
Yeah.
Equal, maybe. I'll tell you what though, for us, to Pacific Northwesterners, this is something special. So it's pretty cool.
It's really cool. So I think there's still more to see. So we're going to take our way down here and we're going to go explore a little bit more.
Let's go see what's around the corner.
Doing just fine.
This dead tree against that bright red rock and the sun. So cool.
In the blue sky. It just
And the
makes
blue
everything
sky.
pop. Yeah.
Carrie was just telling me my shirt today.
Yeah, so turn the camera around so they can see you against. I said you dressed perfectly. He's got the blue, matches the sky. He's got the orange in the hat, the blue on the hat. Yeah.
I'm popping today.
And then also his like nice olive dark
Yeah,
skin.
I'm popping today, I'll tell you what. Every so often.
That's you. All right, so pretty cool day altogether. Now, like we promised you, we were going to break down costs for you of everything that we spend in a day when we are sharing it. And so the first cost was we'll cover our lunch. We spent $5, we would figure. We stopped and got groceries, and so we made a couple bagel sandwiches and
we
some
spent
meat
we spent money on groceries yesterday. Obviously, we didn't eat all of that today, so we're going to kind of break it down what we think we probably spent for lunch.
Right. It was no
$5
more
or
than
so.
$5.
Right.
Yeah. And that
Right.
was for sandwich and chips. And then, like we mentioned, the hotel, that was $71 for the night.
Cool spot.
Yeah, that was very cool. We were looking forward to that. And then the other was we spent about $25 in gas for the entire day. So for a total of $101. Really good. Yesterday we spent a little bit more because we had to pay to go into parks and stuff. So yeah.
I would say that's a pretty epic day. That's the whole idea behind just getting in a car and driving across the country. We've had plenty of comments say, why don't you do a camper van or an RV? We don't have a camper van or an RV.
Well, and let's be honest, even if we did, well, we wouldn't because it doesn't interest us. The whole camping thing isn't something that interests either of us. We've done it in the past.
Yes.
So we are loving this setup that we have right now. We get to pull out these chairs from the back of our car where we've got a cooler. We have something cold to drink. We can set them down wherever we want to park, not worrying about how big our vehicle is to park there, and just take in the view. So we're excited to take on this trip, and this is just the beginning of it. So if you haven't signed on already, please do. Tomorrow, Bryce Canyon.
We got a long ways to go.
Yeah. All right.
Cheers.
Cheers.